Hey guys, my name is Julia. I am doing a video today showing me moving into my 2021 bullet journal. New book, new year, so if you're interested, then keep on watching. Okay, so this is showing you just my old December spread that I did quickly at the end of 2021, and then just how I'm kind of using my old book to plan out the new layout of my first few pages. I just kind of do small sketches, and then I can change it from there, but just so I have a guideline. So yeah, that book is done, and begin again with another Archer and Olive book. This one is white, so I am just praying that I can try to keep it as white as possible, but I highly doubt it. So I'm just gonna write my name in there. So I decided that I wanted to leave the first page kind of blank, just in case I thought of any other ideas on what I wanted to kind of put on it. So I left that page blank, but the first page I'm kind of getting into is the yearly overview. So this literally has no other information other than plainly just dates of each month and kind of what days fall when. I have it set to Monday to Sunday. That's just my preference. So I just actually changed the settings on my iPhone and then I copied it from there. So yeah, I did have a few mess ups in this book. You'll see me using the white jelly roll pen. So I use that to kind of fix anything that happened during, as well as a chalk marker you'll see later on. But other than that, I'm mainly using here my Pigma Micron, the plastic nub version. As well, I'm using the Fudenosuke calligraphy pen that I have here. I'm using that for all the titles as well. So yeah, I was just a little out of the frame there, but I just tried to corner off the months just so it kind of looked a little bit more easy for the eye to view. And then I get into my goals for 2020. This year, I feel like it's gonna have a lot of changes for me. I was recently engaged, and I'm currently looking with my fiance to find a place to live for the both of us, possibly buying a house together, as well as I still have a few goals that I want to complete in my career as well as my personal life. So I just really felt like I needed a space to dedicate all that and write it down just so that it's kind of more of a motivation for me to do. The next page I have here is my grid spacing page. So if anyone is unsure about what this is, so it's basically just a tool to help aid me in creating future bullet journal spreads. Okay, so just to kind of break it down a little bit more, so basically I split up the page into 3 sections, and then I kind of just write out what the actual page would look like if it needed 3 spaces or boxes, or 4 spaces and boxes as I'm doing now. Additionally, I split the page in half both ways, just so that's out of the way. And then for this way, I do the same as well, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, and then additionally I include 5, which really helps to break it down if I need to break the sheet down into 5 different sections for, let's say, doing monthly calendar spreads. So that really helps if there are the 5 weeks in the month. And then additionally, just writing out how many spaces it is for half of the page. And then additionally, I will highlight them a little bit later on just so it's a little bit easier to read. But for now, this is a huge help, and there are tons of different grid spacing templates and spreads I've seen out there. This one just helps me the most, so there's many to refer to, and some might be a little bit easier to read, but this is, again, what's easiest for me. So yeah, I decided that I was going to freehand it, and as you can see, it does not look like a circle whatsoever. So I had to kind of think of something impromptu just to fix this and cover this up, and that happens with everybody. Everybody makes mistakes. The best way to kind of go around that is just knowing how to clean up your mistakes and kind of camouflage them as best you can. So I just took a piece of kind of scrap paper and cut it out into a circle, as this is kind of my, I guess, my theme for the beginning of my bullet journal. I just wanted to keep it kind of simple and make sure it didn't kind of contrast with any of future bullet journal spreads. So I just cut out a piece of paper, rewrote the title that was supposed to go right on the page, and then yeah, I'll just glue it on there. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I'm just highlighting those different spacings for the grid spacing with my Zebra Mildliners. They're really nice light highlighters, so I found it went pretty well with the theme and keeps it pretty neutral. Just because I always try to keep the first few spreads of my bullet journal pretty neutral as well as simplistic, so that it just doesn't clash with anything going forward, and just so that I can kind of get all my essentials out as soon as possible. But yeah, so the next spread I am starting on is my future date spread. So basically I had it in a different setup last year and it worked okay. I just found that it was a lot of work for something that I didn't use as often as I thought I would. So this year I am just kind of writing out all the dates, or sorry, all the months, and then I will have to refer to the spread on the last page of my yearly overview, and then I can just write down basically the date, the number date, the 15th or whatever date it may be, and then just kind of what's on that date, just so I can keep it there so that when I'm done future spreads of other months, I can refer to that and fill it out to see kind of what I have on my plate for that month. Also, would like to apologize in advance because my head gets in the shot a lot during this video. So I had to cut some stuff out. Some stuff obviously, like right now, I kind of left it in. But there's a lot of instances that my head's in the frame. So yeah, gonna try to work on that. But yeah, so the next spread I am doing is my tracker spread. Having a little bit of difficulty again drawing those circles, but it is what it is. I was in a little bit of a panic to try to get this all filmed. But yeah, again, just doing that kind of circular title and then filling it in with the simple kind of calligraphy. And yeah, so this year I'm only doing 2 trackers, so mainly just my workout or activity tracker as well as my menstrual tracker. So just to keep it kind of simplistic and not feel so daunting, I did this spread. So last year what I ended up doing is I did basically one huge sheet, and basically I just filled in the mark for the month that I was like working out in or anything, and it just looked so ginormous if there was any gaps in how long it's been since I worked out. So I didn't really love that. It felt very demotivating to me, because if you're working out less than 3 days a week, it looked like you hardly weren't doing anything. So I just kept it like this so I can kind of break it down per month. So yeah, I did that. This took me like a long time to determine, especially because as you can see, for March I messed up with the spacing for the calendar. So what I did there was just use a white chalk marker, and as you can see, I go over it again just to get the whitest white. But yeah, there's definitely no lack of issues or mistakes. It's just having the right tools to fix them. So yeah, chalk markers, as you can see, chalk markers are saving grace, and they come in handy very often. Yeah, so always a handy idea to keep paper towel around just in case you have anything wet on the other side that you want to kind of preserve while you continue working on your book or on your journal. So yeah, these next two spreads are just kind of overall things that I can check in with if I ever need to refer to them. So basically things that I need to remember. This is mainly going to be important things that I have to remember for my personal life. There's my head in the shot again. As I'll be using this for personal and work related stuff later on. So yeah, and then as well as things to remember, I just keep an ongoing running to-do list. Again, this is going to be for all like personal stuff like cleaning my vehicle and finding a new doctor, which are currently on my current to-do list. But yeah, other than that, things to remember will just be stuff in my personal life that I need to kind of hold on to for a little bit. I will be using my bullet journal to hold all my ongoing to-do lists for work, as well as things that I have to remember and refer to for work, just so that I kind of have it on me at all times. And you know, it's a lot easier just to have the one journal instead of going through two separate books. And you know, I feel like for me that's just too much to kind of handle, so one book seems just easier for me as well. My to-do lists for work normally are pretty self-explanatory to me, so I don't feel like I need to go into too much detail about my to-do list, so I have that room that I need. And then lastly, I am finally doing the title page. I kind of wanted to hold off on it just because it seemed like way too much pressure, but I kind of just stuck with the theme. I used a water bottle this time to make it nice and round, which, you know, kind of my growing experience. Just use the water bottle, it's fine, it'll work. So again, I just wanted to stick with the theme and kind of did the same sort of font that I did for the goals, and just kind of always connecting the ends of the lettering to the sides of the circle, and just did a simple 2021. Okay, now this is just showing you my flip through of my finished 2021 bullet journal setup. Again, I just stuck it very simple with the title, as well did my yearly overview, my goals, my trackers, my grid spacing, and my future dates. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching and visiting my channel. Feel free to leave a comment and like if you enjoyed the video. Alright, thank you and have a great start to your 2021.